that I do like a little almost vlog journal. This is very spontaneous. I just kind of want to share my experience working my way up to a 2.5 hour practice of Sodarchan Chakra Kriya. I did an 1.5 hours today straight. I just finished. My eyes look really deep. I actually can't even see straight right now, to be honest with you. My vision's blurry, which I tend to find is always kind of a good thing. Usually that eye focus kind of adjusts your eyes to be able to see auras or, orbs or whatever. So I have a block that I've been trying to work through for, I guess, 15 years now. And I haven't really been able to work through it. I've gotten to places where it has been a little looser, but it's still there. It's the left side of my heart. I felt it forever. But I really felt the last, I would say 40 minutes of this meditation, the navel pumping. If you don't know what Sodarchan Chakra Kriya is, just take a look. It's a lot of navel pumping, a lot. So I pretty much navel pumped for an 1.5 hours. And, the navel pumping is what invokes the Kundalini energy. So I had experiences where I felt almost painful, almost static. That's the only way I can describe it. Went across my neck and down my left shoulder, almost like a electric shock, but faint. And it almost felt like, in a weird way, like a spirit was like, its hand was on my neck, but healing, but like almost like electrical shock on the back of my neck. And I also felt it in my head. I also felt at about 40 minutes in, the crown of my head started to tingle, and a lot of focus at the crown. I could just feel it kind of opening up, and I could feel heat up the spine, which is the Kundalini energy rising. But the funny thing is that since I've been doing this meditation for so long, I've been doing 31 minutes for probably 8 years now, on and off, but that's usually the meditation that I do for the most part. So it brings me just like to the heart. But finally, now that I'm going past the 31 minutes into an hour and an 1.5 hours, I find I'm moving this stuff now, which has been stuck. So it's interesting. I think I'm going to continue to share my journey and do this as a little vlog and share my experience with anyone who's interested in doing this. It's not about the power that goes with it. I mean, that's part of it. It's your own personal power, your own personal mastery. I like to be in complete control of my being. I like feeling like that. I mean, I think we all do. But I think also the worlds that we live in, we need to be in complete control of our being. We need to really break through that pressure that we have, the outside pressure that is really distorting so much of who we are. And it's been, for me, quite unbearable, to be honest, recently. I can't stand the feeling of almost not being able to concentrate and focus and do things as intentionally as I like. And you know, we all go through waves of this, but I hate the feeling of constantly being distracted by an outside force, and all the noise. There's so much noise around right now. You know, that's our environment and my home, and like there's internet and TVs, and like I get that stuff. But this is the world we live in. So it's kind of hard to get away from that unless you're going to go live in the woods somewhere, which my family's not willing to do. So yeah, I felt like I just wanted to share this. And also, I kind of want to share the experience, because everyone will obviously have a different experience, and some people will have a much more intense experience, and I understand that. Again, I've been doing this for a really long time already. I went through a lot of the lower chakra intense things a long time ago. But, you know, I also moved really slowly. So someone that wants to move a little faster and builds their way up faster will certainly have, you know, a lot of stuff come up. So I did an hour and a half yesterday as well. And I was angry today. Like, I was annoyed by everyone and everything around me. I needed to sleep. I find that when I have a very deep practice, I need to sleep a lot. And that's just something that goes with the practice. It's a healing reaction. You know, it's integration. And yeah, trying to think what else happened that I want to share. Oh, I could feel there's places like in my brain that I would feel almost turn on, and like, again, it feels almost like I would like to say spider webs. I know that sounds kind of weird, but like an electrical web that turns on. I felt it back here, my head. I felt, actually, it was kind of painful on the side for a little bit. So you just go with it. It's not something to kind of react to. And the thing that I noticed, that when you start this practice, that 2 or 3 days is when you'll start to really notice the effects of it. Like when you might start to like have the take the garbage out effect. So it's like everything starts to come up and come out. You might be emotional, and just be really gentle with yourself, and don't push yourself too much. And I have to remind myself of that, because I used to do, I have done an hour before, years and years ago. Oh my God, this must have been like 5 or 6 years ago. I was trying to do an hour. I was teaching a lot at the time. I think I was teaching like 4 classes a week. My kids were little, and I would go out like in the world, and I would feel a constant vibration like in my face, like in my lips, like they would not stop vibrating. And you get a little withdrawn, and you start to stumble over your words, and it's like this weird integration that's happening. So we'll see what happens, going with the flow. That's it.